I heard some interesting stuff.
Yeah, let's hear.
Okay, but the tall whites. That guy Charles Hall was talking about stuff they had. He said they weren't telepathic. They had a halo thingy they wear on their head, and they could talk into your mind or read, and it looks
okay. So it's technological.
Yes, the thing he's described. So this is what I'm talking about, a real thing, and then a fanciful story. It sounded like, I'm like, this sounds familiar. And I'm just like talking about, I'm like, okay, this sounds like the thing that guy was saying the tall whites had.
Yeah.
Did they give us that technology eventually? And we had to figure, or, like, because that's where, what's the tube? Jeez, I'm so not a scientist.
I know. But
the tubes of light.
Transformer?
The wiring, like, that you use light transfer for your internet and shit. Fiber optics.
Okay, yeah.
That's supposedly from that. From the tall whites.
Oh, really?
It's fiber optic. Yeah, that's what they had in their stuff.
All right, so
yeah,
I can
so
trace
that's
your
weird
mind.
that's a thing that's crazy, a brain reading thing, and the way they're talking about the machine, whatever, it sounds just like this guy's story about what these tall whites had.
Right. Okay, so I see what you're saying now.
So you're saying that these
I do get to it eventually.
40 minutes later,
it takes a podcast.
You're saying that the tall whites are aliens.
Yeah.
They're not human. They're from another, whatever.
Who in the
Alien.
fuck knows?
Plane or whatever.
but they're not us. They're not us.
They're not us,
Right.
and they're like guides or, teachers or something. They're teaching us.
We're like a base on the way to fix their shit to other shit, is how he described it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also didn't want to help us because we don't want you flying around with nuclear weapons in space. And we're making a deal. And he said there were two like generals that were up when they went to the moon that flew up with them and he saw like the generals coming out of this thing rolling around laughing on the ground because they were up there watching the whole thing in a tall white craft. Tall white wanted to offer to, there's plenty of worlds to live on. Like people don't even fight on it. It's like, we have one, you can help us build a base, but they want to control the flight. And we were like, no, we want the technology. And by the way, if it's not alien, these things that they're seeing, I don't think we invented that. I just like, where did we get that from? Antigravity probe. Oh, they're not from aliens. So we have anti-gravity drones. We have that now, and you're running your yap at me about my carbon footprint?
Right.
What in the fuck is it like?
Right.
Those things are real, and I don't think that it was just our amazing innovations. That's the part that opens up all the other things. I'm like, oh, the whole narrative is goddamn bullshit. Some motherfucker cheated and set up a fake story about his thing, and that, never mind the government or what, just think of YouTube personalities or celebrities. Like, it's everything. America's a big pyramid scheme. That's how we got that. That's our national scheme.
I totally believe that. I totally can go for that.
It's a stable base. As long as you...
Yeah.
It's really like amazing. And everybody arranges it. Like,
it's mass formation, mass psychosis and mass formation.
Why, like Amway. Remember, do you know anybody did Amway?
Yeah.
So when I was in church, when my best friend in church, by the way, his family, I remember we used to watch Roseanne. They were huge fans of, I would be at their house. So my parents fought a lot, so I'd hang out at my friend's house. So I'd always be at their house. And I remember we graduated high school. These are my congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. We were like 17. He goes, listen, why don't you come by my house later? I got a business proposition. I go, okay.
You know, that's a pyramid.
He's my girlfriend. I go, okay. He goes, and where's some like dress up? And I was like, oh my God, like, does he want me to suck his dick? Why would he possibly? Like, he doesn't want to. Who would start a business with me or him? But whatever, I go over and half the congregation is there and some other people, and there's a guy. I swear to God, a white like suit and like a white, like the monorail guy from The Simpsons. That like wasn't exactly that, but it was like, oh, that white on white really stands out. And a bulletin board, and he's explaining Amway, the American way. That's what it's called. Yeah. And he explained how you bring someone in your network. And he did it with grape clusters. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Does it sound like a pyramid scheme? It's actually grapes. You see this grape talks to this grape. I'm like sitting there like watching everybody.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even get my head around what the business was. I remember I sincerely was like, I guess I should really be like interested in this, you know? Because like,
You're too smart.
I go, can I just like, because he spent most of the time trashing other brands of toothpaste. Like, you know, they do, like, what do you use, crust? Like that shit. Oh, they're the ones that made up the shit about Procter and Gamble worship the devil. That's Amway.
Is that real?
Yeah, they got sued for that. I can't remember the comic's name.
Amway said that they worship the devil. Procter and Gamble.
That's where that dumbass shit. That I remember his sister at my hall telling my mom. Yeah, like I mean, I was young when I heard that. I'm like, I knew that was not possible. These two old men from the 1800s are like, we're here to say we love Satan.
Now I wonder.
I'm sure
if
that
that's true.
happens.
Yeah, it might be.
No
true,
internet. So then, you know, so I didn't want to do. So I asked the guy if I could just buy tea. I said, "You don't understand what this is." I did not. I still don't. Like, what if I want to buy crack? Right? And I'm like, can I buy crack? I'm like, well, no, you have to sell crack to your friends and family, and then you will get a shipment of crack. Like, no, I'd like to just be the customer. I don't want to go into the crack business. That's what the fuck it is.
It is. That is what it is.
Can I just suck your dick instead of this? Is it too late?
You getting a
Are
downline?
people like, how stupid do you think?
It's not a matter of stupid. It's a matter of if you're the personality. A bunch of people could do it. Jehovah's Witnesses is, I mean, I guess a religion that proselytizes is like by nature supposed to be a multi-level. You're supposed to get people in your network, right? But it's not. You're not going to get rich from it,
right?
I mean, in heaven, you're storing up treasures. That
and tithing.
But there's a creepy arc, and I realize it's not. It's been going on forever because that is the American way.
Right.
It's like there's the sucker level of like I want to do a thing and then get paid for my service, right. And then there's like the where you get it level. You're like, no, you want it so people just handing you money all the time because they're invested in you.
So you see.